So this is where things get interesting with the data as we get ready to bring this piece to a close. A few things we should be aware of. Not only our customer data platforms, which is where we're generating all of this data. This is where we're getting all the information on our different clients. All of our brands have this. We all have this, right? But where it gets interesting is now we're starting to see there's more need for master data management. Because right now we typically have our customers' information and data in different places. So we might have it from a sales perspective. You might have some of the email marketing people having this over here, the billing department. So people's names might be CJ in one place and Crystal in another. How do we bring it all together? How do we merge this data so that we can clean it up and make it usable is the question. We're also moving towards a cookieless world, which makes things very, very difficult when it comes to tracking. Now, all of us that are here, that are from Europe, you have much more stringent standards regarding that than most of us in the rest of the world, Latin America, United States. I know we have some folks from Africa and Asia. So understanding that this is going to increase the need for customers to willingly give us their data. That's a different type of mentality. How do we incentivize them to do that? And that's that zero part of data that they're contributing to us. How do we get them to trust us enough to give us their information? Is it a matter of incentivizing them? Are we giving them some type of discount? Are we giving them access to a different service or different additional merchandise? Are we using NFTs somehow to give them a little piece of ownership of something? We have to get creative to figure out how we incentivize them to share. And so that first party data strategy is extremely important because that's how we're going to collect it. All right? So just keep in mind that going in-house, brands can better control their data as there's a shorter value train. Marketers can protect their data and create a first-party data strategy. That's where we're getting this data together. And then it can also help you remain socially aligned when you're in-housing as well, which we already know is one of the two things we said that we needed. All right. So our clear takeaways from this session, number one, brands need to act fast to keep up with digital consumers because they're changing consistently. And here's the other thing we have to understand. They're overwhelmed. And so many of the traditional ways that we used to advertise and market to them don't work because they're tired of getting input. Unless it's something that's anticipating their needs and it pops up right when they're thinking about, I need to do this, or I need to buy this, or I need to invest in this, that's the only time they're interested. We have to keep the customer as our center. Upgrading technology and doing all these things to run more efficiently is wonderful, but if it's making things harder for the customer or the consumer, all we're going to do is lose in the end. And then lastly, in-housing can give brands greater flexibility and control as they navigate new digital and virtual